Hello, NWI. Before I dive into today's episode, I wanted to talk to you about something important. So, if you know me, you know that I absolutely love doing this podcast. It gives me so much pride to talk to all the amazing people in NWI doing absolutely everything they can to shift this state into a place our children can live in freedom and security. And I am so incredibly proud of my tiny role in helping that process along. But I haven't talked about this much to anyone. My husband lost his job. He's still out of work. And then I lost one of my jobs. And my day job is very joyously mission driven. I love it. But the pay is, well, civil servant pay. If anyone thinks anyone gets into civil service for cash, whoa, Nelly, no, 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 they're not. So the show. It is incredibly labor intensive, time consuming because it's done by one person only. And it's an expense I can't shoulder alone anymore. So I considered for a nanosecond putting some content under a paywall, but I don't want to do that. Our region needs a Blue voice for everyone, and Blue by the Lake covers things no one else can. I know all of our local reporters pretty well at this point, and I'm friends with many of them. They are all incredible, committed people who work 24/7 pretty much and still can only cover a tenth of what they want to cover because there are so few reporters left. And I cover everything, things as hyper-local as all the in-depth coverage of the Munster High School walkout, to discussions with state-level thought leaders on things like reproductive rights, ICE. People really, really liked my episode where a moderate and a progressive talked to each other, and they really talked, and it was an incredible conversation. And I am planning a whole bunch of more shows like that. And I know that no one else was able to provide as many different candidate forum recordings, which I know people are using, and I'm very proud of this and thankful that they are. They're using these resources to make informed choices this election. So all of this is to say, I think you'd miss me if I was gone. And if you agree, I need your help to keep the lights on. So here are two ways to do that. So up there in the corner of the screen, you see that QR code. If you scan it, you can donate any amount. You can also do it at the website that you see listed there, tinyurl.com/BluerBTL. The platform is called Give Butter. I'm going to post this QR code and link on my Substack page and any email blasts. If I can find out ways to tuck it onto my social media, I will. It'll also appear on the intro and outro credits of every episode. If you want to make a donation there, you can do that, or you can send it along to people that you know that might want to support my work. And if you are a business, a politician, or anyone who is interested in having a stronger presence in front of my audience throughout NWI, Bluer by the Lake is now accepting sponsors. You can support the site in general. We do have sponsored show segments, things along those lines. So folks, if you see anything marked sponsored, well, surprise, that's what that means. So I still maintain full control over my content, just an FYI. And I have a lot of guardrails in place to ensure that my sponsored content has no impact on the type of coverage that I offer. If anybody's coming on my show, they know who I am, and that means that they're supporting my mission, and you know what my mission is, because I just told you. Well, but listen, believe me, after my husband and I both lost jobs, I understand what it means when even a soda from the vending machine at work, when you're having a shitty day, is out of your range. If that's you, dude, keep your wallet tucked away. If you really, really, really want to tell me how thankful you are, you can share my podcast information with your friends and family on every social media channel you can. That would really help me out. Or a hug, too, if you see me at a protest or wherever. But if you do have something spare to give, please consider supporting my work. Scan the QR code, visit tinyurl.com/Bluer by the Lake. Give what you can. If you know somebody that you think might want to be a sponsor, please send them my way. I would love to talk to them. But please help me however you can, either like, share, or follow. Share, donate, and then together maybe we can actually do some really great things here in NWI and make it just a little bit bluer by the lake. So again, thank you for all your support. And now, on to the show. All right, folks, I am finally made it down here to Hobart for their very first protest, I think, in Hobart history, or at least during recent history. So, anyhow, we are here in Hobart. I'm so happy I was able to make it in time, and it was great. Hobart represent. Okay, folks, I am here with
Renee Manley.
Renee, what brings you here today?
No kings, no thrones. We elect a president, and we are not allowing anybody a fascist to dictate our right to vote, to take away our right to vote, to take over our country. We're against oligarchs. We just want democracy to work in our country. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm here, standing out with about 300 other folks in Hobart, Indiana this morning. Yeah.
Now, from what I understand, this is Hobart's first protest.
It is. And again, we had about 300 folks out here today, and I'm really excited. I think it shows that, again, this is not an issue of the left or the right. This is an issue about democracy with a small d.
Amen to that. I know. Go Hobart!
Go Hobart.
And so I came I started out in Crown Point, and there had to have been at least 2,000 people there, all around the square, and it just got me thinking about how town by town by town, there's these sparks that have just turned into bonfires of people that are just saying, "Nope, we're done with this."
We are done with this, and I think what we all want to see is we don't want to see a war. We didn't sign up for a war. We want to see people have affordable health care. We want to see people be able to afford to house themselves and to eat and to have health care. And an extra $200 billion, to fund a war that nobody authorized. Like, we can't have that. And to see people working for over 40 days and not get paid. Nobody signed up for that, right? And so we want to stand up for our democracy. And we want to make sure that, people know. I know there are a lot of people who probably aren't the kind of protesting type, but we're out here for them too.
All righty. Well, Renee, it's always an incredible pleasure to talk to you. A little secret, folks. I kind of know Renee really well. She's one of my really good friends, and I love her. What brings you here today, my friend?
Axolotl. Because I am watching my elderly father's prescriptions. They doubled as soon as Trump came in office the second term and canceled out all of the safeguards put in for people on Medicare with insurance. I am having an issue. I care for my parents, and so I work part-time jobs where I don't get medical through my job. So I am under the Affordable Care Act, and I'm watching that dwindle away. I am tired of people of the right. Well, I'm not going to say bad things, but we have a pedophile in office, and it disgusts me because I am a survivor of sexual assault, and it makes me sick to watch someone's offender go free. I'm tired of spending billions and billions of dollars on war when we can't even have health care for people here, and our education system is being dwindled down by the elites. But otherwise, just to support my community and get out here for a peaceful protest and have some fun to it and make sure that our voices get heard, because our country is not a fascist. We were not meant to be a fascist country.
No.
Not meant to have a king. We are going down the hole of George Orwell's 1984, and this is not what we want.
And how was the protest today?
It was great. We had so many people out here having fun, peaceful. We were singing and dancing, a lot of support, and it was great.
I am so proud of Hobart because from what I understand, this is your first protest, yes?
Well, here, yeah, I've been to other protests, but not in Hobart. And so I'm really grateful that Hobart came out, because the protests I've been to were in more progressive cities.
Yes.
And so this is really, really great that everybody came out today.
Well, and I think what's really interesting to me is that as we see city by town by city by town, these protests pop up in places you would not expect.
I know.
Lowell,
I'm very
St.
happy
John.
there is strength in numbers.
Yes, and I believe our voices are shifting the conversation to where we want it to go.
All have a voice, and it takes all of us.
Well, thank you so much for being here today, and happy No Kings Day. Okay, folks, I am here with
Jessica Mitros.
Jessica. Tell me what brought you out here today.
Oh, it's just all about what we've been saying all day today. This is what democracy looks like. This is the greatest part about living in the United States of America, where our voices can be heard in a safe but in a mighty way.
I heard that this was Hobart's first protest.
Very first protest. And we were so excited about it. I think we had almost 200 people out, or a little bit over 200 people out, and we were only expecting 45. So just really excited about
Freedom is catchy.
it. Sure is. We are just thrilled with the people that came out to talk about the importance of our democracy and our Constitution. And that's what this was all about.
Okay. So, Matt, what brings you here today?
This is the first No Kings protest in Hobart, which is really exciting. I've been to the ones in Highland, I've been out in Miller, but I live here in Hobart, and I really wanted to see Hobart come up and represent. So we put together a No Kings protest today, expecting maybe 20, 30 people tops. We had 260 people come out for this today to defend democracy, which is just absolutely amazing. The show that we had here, it was wonderful. So thank you to everybody who came out to support us.
And thank you for pulling this together, because you gave your community a voice, and look what they did with it.
Oh, it's amazing. And it's funny. There are times like this where you feel like you're the only one, or there's a small pocket. And especially some of the smaller towns. Like if you look at like LA, Chicago, things like that, where you've got these huge crowds, it's awesome. But to be in a town like this where you have 30,000 people, you're not sure that you have that solidarity that you do. And it came out today and it showed. I got here at about 10:40, expecting maybe, like I said, 6, 7 people to kind of filter through. When I got here, there were already 6 or 7 people here at like 10:45. By 11 o'clock, we had 130 people out here. So it was absolutely amazing. And that sense of community, the sense that we're all fighting back, the sense that we all have a voice and we have that voice together is amazing.
When you go to these events, you come out of it feeling there is no way that we can't win.
That's the funny thing. I was talking to a couple of protesters today, and when I went to my first one, it was last March or last April for a no.
That was your first
It was
protest?
my first one.
Wow.
Yeah, my first one, and I was nervous as heck. I didn't know what to do, so I went with some friends.
Mhm.
And by the time that you walked out of there, you feel very energized. You feel like you're not alone. You feel like this fight that we're fighting is going. We're going to win. We're going to get there. We're going to do what we need to do because we have those people behind us that support us. That we have that sense of community where you're not alone, and you're never alone. I don't want anybody to feel like that. And we had some people come out today for their first time at a protest, and I remember that feeling last year. And here I am putting together this protest here in Hobart a year later. It doesn't take a lot for you to feel like you're part of something, like you can make a change. You're not just one voice. There's tons of us, and we can make the change together.
Well said, Matt. Congratulations on this amazing success, and happy No Kings Day.
Thank you.
I'm going to record this, actually. Here, Jessica, here, take this. I'm going to record this.
Oh, I just want to know who you are. That's all.
For the
It
record,
does.
it doesn't matter.
It does
It's actually
for me.
related to the Brooks family.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
okay.
he was out here protesting.
So we're here with a protester who's been.
Just trying to
Yeah, buddy. See, look at that.
just trying to make
I'm
a
not-
difference. I don't want to hate you. Don't hate you. My name is Jessica. Your name is?
Jose.
Hi, Jose.
His name's not Jose.
I know that.
What's Jose
It's
in
okay.
American?
You tell me.
Well, what is it? What's
You tell me.
It doesn't matter.
exactly?
It doesn't. Really, it doesn't. I
know.
just wanted to
And
be
I
a
try
nice
to tell you that, but
person.
you keep on.
No,
trying to
But
get my
you're
name.
very rude.
I don't
I
care.
know.
Okay.
Here it
It
is.
doesn't
Democracy
matter.
is about
Listen,
having-
listen.
You're trying to mansplain me. Democracy is about having a conversation. You can both
Yeah.
agree to disagree.
And that's what
but
we
you-
tried to do. But
no,
when
but
we
you
were
were
over
being
there,
rude.
when we were over there,
No, you
you
were
guys were
very
all talking
rude.
that
You were
bullshit.
no,
Yeah,
you were telling
bullshit.
people you're going to beat up.
No.
You were telling people you're going to beat them up. You're telling them to fuck off. You're calling them stupid. You called me a fat ass. So I say you should go pump your penis. I said,
Sexual
you know,
names. That's not
See,
how
okay,
we.
so
So
That's
yes,
not
no,
how we
I
do
said it
things.
back to you, but we can.
so you said
we
okay. So
all
I
love-
instigated all that. You
But
guys.
hey, the point is, we all love our country, right? You love the United
Absolutely.
States.
There we
You don't
go.
wanna live anywhere
Well, we
else?
can we agree
No.
on that?
Oh hell no, we want to live here too. We love Hobart, right?
Yeah.
You love Hobart. Yeah, we have more in common than that guy or whoever what the Democrats or what the Republicans say.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm a human and you're a human, and that's what matters.
Because this is my president. That makes me support pedophiles. That's what you're saying, right?
No, that's
We
not
didn't
what
say
I'm
No,
that.
am I right? Am I right, ladies?
We
Ladies?
didn't say that.
Ladies?
You know what? That's it.
Am I right?
Conversation's
No,
over.
because I try to talk to you guys.
Conversation's
wanna
over.
ask-
Because I support Donald Trump. That means I support pedophile. That's what you guys said.
No, we didn't
You
say
wanna-
that.
you wanna
Sorry,
escalate.
but we didn't.
No,
We
No,
didn't.
it's not you, but 40 other people.
let's go back to we both love the United States, right? See how that calmed us both down?
Yeah,
And we
because
can
we
agree
do.
on that.
We
That's
do.
what matters. At the end of the day, we're
Yeah.
all Americans. We're all humans. We all love our country.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You
Correct.
can support
Okay,
your
but that's
president,
good. So
and you don't
now
have to support pedophiles.
we're going
Nobody
to
wants
start it one more
I
time
don't like
again.
pedophiles.
Yeah, nobody does.
Okay, but I'm going to say this one more time. My name's Jessica,
Jessica, hello.
and you are
It doesn't matter.
okay.
Jessica.
Okay.
Maybe
I
it
just
doesn't.
want you to know I have a name.
Okay,
I
that's
care
cool.
about you as a person. I disagree with
And
your
that's
thought.
fine. This is
Okay,
what
but
America's
that's
about.
good. There we go. That's
Correct.
what we wanted to hear.
We just had a very interesting experience with a Trump protester, and I just wanted to converse with one of the organizers here who participated in that. So, what's your name?
My name is Erica McCauley, and I'm with the group 4634U. And so we wanted to organize this just for people to have an outlet to come out and support our democracy. And yeah, I had an exchange with the Trump protester, but it's about bringing the dialogue down and getting on that human level and reminding people that at the end of the day, we're all Americans. We all love our country. We're all humans, and we want to fight for what we believe in and what matters.
I have to tell you, I was insanely impressed because you seem to really not want to forge that connection, but you managed and you kept at it. And it was just incredible to see that in action. How did it feel to be in that moment trying to engage?
I mean, it felt good. I mean, at the end of the day, we're both humans. And just reminding people we love our country because too often we have people saying that Democrats hate America, and we don't. I love my country. I've been working to elect people since I could vote. And that's what it is. That's where we live in the greatest democracy in the world. And the fact that we can all stand out here and protest, I think it's a beautiful thing. But we got to keep it so.
It was a master class in de-escalation, and it was a master class in forging kind of connections that we're going to have to forge as we look to fix this mess and move back into a more civil society. How did you manage to keep your cool?
I don't know.
Because I mean, part of me was like, I'm gonna sock this guy in the face, but you guys were just like, no, what's your name? No, I don't. That's not polite. Let's be nice. Like,
To be honest, he looked a little frightened to me. And
interesting. Tell me more about that.
he looked frightened. He looked like he was up against the wall, and you don't know how people are going to react when they're frightened. So, how do you relate to somebody that
When they're
talks down?
scared.
Mhm.
Ah, wow. Well, I think we're going to need to talk more about this sometime. But in the meantime, go home and have a wonderful rest of your No King's Day. You deserve it, I hope, for all of you. I hope there is a lovely treat. What are you going to do to celebrate your victory today?
Go to Dairy Queen.
You're going to Dairy Queen.
Go to
What are
Dairy
you
Queen.
getting at Dairy Queen?
I'm gonna get I think I'm gonna get a cookie dough blizzard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you?
It would just be a plain cone.
A plain cone. I know, I do plain vanilla cones too. I just can't not. And you?
Oh, I'm going to El Capitan.
Well, there you go. Oh,
460.
463 for you.